Sleep should be the easiest part of your day. You eat dinner, relax, go to bed, and drift off. But for millions of adults over 60, that simple routine quietly breaks down. You lie awake staring at the ceiling. You wake up at 2 a.m. and can't fall back asleep. Or you sleep, but wake up feeling more tired than when you went to bed. What many seniors don't realize is this: the biggest sleep disruptors often happen in the 2 hours after dinner. Not in the bedroom. Not in the morning. Right after you finish eating. According to large population studies, adults over 60 are 40% more likely to experience fragmented sleep, nighttime awakenings, and early morning fatigue compared to younger adults. Poor sleep doesn't just affect energy. It increases fall risk, worsens memory, raises blood sugar, and strains the heart. The most concerning part? Many well-meaning evening habits, things that feel relaxing or harmless, are quietly sabotaging your sleep cycle night after night. And once you understand what those habits are, you can fix them quickly, safely, and without medication. Before we continue, share with us in the comments: how old are you and where are you watching from today? Many viewers find comfort seeing others their age facing the same sleep struggles and solutions. Sleep changes quietly as you age. It doesn't usually disappear all at once. It becomes lighter, more fragile, and easier to interrupt. One small disruption can ripple through the entire night. And for adults over 60, the hours after dinner play a far bigger role than most people realize. As the sun goes down, your body is supposed to shift into nighttime mode. The brain releases melatonin, your core temperature drops slightly, digestion slows, and the nervous system prepares for rest. But aging alters how smoothly that transition happens. Melatonin production naturally declines, digestion takes longer, and the brain becomes more sensitive to stimulation. This means your body relies heavily on routine and timing. What you do after dinner sends powerful signals, either telling your brain it's safe to sleep or forcing it to stay alert. Research from sleep medicine clinics shows that adults over 60 are more likely to experience sleep fragmentation, meaning they fall asleep but wake repeatedly through the night. These awakenings are not random. They are often triggered by lingering digestion, blood sugar swings, or nervous system activation that begins hours earlier in the evening. One overlooked factor is that digestion competes with sleep. When the stomach and intestines are still working hard, the body cannot fully enter deep sleep. Blood flow stays redirected to the gut. Core temperature remains elevated. The brain stays partially alert. This is why seniors often wake around 1 or 2 a.m., right when digestion peaks from the evening meal. Another factor is the stress response. As people age, the nervous system becomes less flexible. After dinner stimulation, bright lights, emotional conversations, screens, or even certain relaxing habits can unintentionally activate cortisol, the stress hormone. Once cortisol rises at night, melatonin struggles to do its job. A well-known principle in sleep medicine is that sleep begins long before bedtime. Dr. Matthew Walker, a neuroscientist and sleep researcher, explains it clearly. The period before sleep is not neutral. It actively determines the quality of the sleep that follows. For seniors, that period is especially influential. Many adults over 60 believe sleep problems are simply part of aging. While aging changes sleep architecture, chronic disruption is not inevitable. The body is still responsive, it just needs clearer signals. The problem is that many after-dinner habits feel harmless or even healthy. Sitting longer to rest joint, snacking to avoid hunger, watching television to unwind, checking messages to stay connected. These behaviors don't feel stimulating, but biologically, they can delay the body's ability to downshift. When sleep becomes unreliable, the consequences extend far beyond fatigue. Poor sleep increases inflammation, weakens balance, impairs memory consolidation, and reduces pain tolerance. Over time, it also raises the risk of falls, insulin resistance, and cardiovascular strain. issues that directly affect independence. Understanding this sets the stage for the most important realization: one specific after-dinner habit causes more sleep damage than all others combined. It's common, socially accepted, and rarely discussed in doctor visits, but once removed, sleep often improves within days. That habit is coming next. The most harmful thing many adults over 60 do after dinner isn't what they expect. It's not dessert. It's not caffeine. It's not even a heavy meal. It's lying down too soon after eating. This habit feels logical. Dinner is finished, the body feels tired, joints ache, and the couch or bed feels inviting. Many seniors believe that resting right after a meal helps digestion and conserves energy. But biologically, the opposite happens, especially with aging. When you lie down within 2 hours of eating, gravity no longer assists digestion. Stomach contents stay higher for longer, increasing pressure against the lower esophageal sphincter. This allows acid and partially digested food to move upward, even if you don't feel classic heartburn. In older adults, this process often happens silently. This is known as silent reflux, and it is one of the most common causes of nighttime awakenings after 60. It irritates the airway, triggers microarousals in the brain, and forces you out of deeper sleep stages without fully waking you. You may not remember waking, but your brain does. At the same time, lying down too soon disrupts blood sugar regulation. After dinner, glucose naturally rises. Light movement helps muscles absorb sugar efficiently. Without that movement, blood sugar stays elevated longer, followed by a sharper drop during the night. That drop can trigger adrenaline release, waking you suddenly around 2 or 3 a.m. Sleep specialists consistently observe this pattern in older patients. Dr. Raj Dasgupta, a board-certified sleep physician, states, "Many older adults blame insomnia, but what's really happening is a nighttime physiological response caused by post-meal positioning. Aging amplifies this effect for 3 reasons. First, stomach emptying slows with age. Second, muscle tone in the esophagus weakens. Third, insulin sensitivity declines. Together, they create a perfect storm when you recline too soon. This is why many seniors report waking with a dry mouth, sore throat, chest pressure, or a vague sense of anxiety at night. The body is responding to internal stress signals, not a sleep disorder. Television makes this worse. Reclining on the couch encourages slouched posture, compressing the abdomen. Screens also emit blue light, which suppresses melatonin just when the brain needs it most. The combination of digestion stress and light exposure keeps the nervous system in a semi-alert state. Importantly, this habit does not affect younger adults as severely. Younger digestive systems clear food faster, and their melatonin production is stronger. Seniors, however, pay a higher price for the same behavior. The good news is that this mistake is entirely reversible. No medication is required. No supplements. No expensive sleep devices. The body responds quickly when the post-dinner window is protected. Once lying down too soon is replaced with simple, upright evening routines, many older adults notice fewer awakenings, deeper sleep, and improved morning energy within a week. The next step is knowing exactly what to do instead. How to structure the evening so digestion, hormones, and the nervous system all work together, not against you. Once the problem is clear, the solution becomes surprisingly simple. Better sleep after 60 is not about forcing rest. It's about setting the body up to succeed in the hours after dinner. The first and most important rule is staying upright for at least 2 to 3 hours after eating. This doesn't mean exercise or effort. It means allowing gravity, digestion, and blood sugar regulation to work naturally. Light movement is ideal. A slow walk around the house, gentle stretching, tidying up, or standing tasks all help muscles absorb glucose and reduce nighttime adrenaline spike. Next is posture. Sitting upright matters more than most people think. Slouching compresses the abdomen and increases reflux pressure. Chairs with back support, feet flat on the floor, and shoulders relaxed allow digestion to proceed without strain. Recliners should stay upright in the evening, not fully lean back. Lighting also plays a critical role. After dinner, the brain is watching for darkness signals. Bright overhead lights and television glare delay melatonin release. Soft lamps, warm-toned bulbs, and reduced screen brightness help the brain recognize that night is approaching. This one adjustment alone can shift sleep timing by 30 to 60 minutes earlier. Food timing matters too. Heavy meals late in the evening increase sleep disruption. Protein and fiber earlier in the day support stable blood sugar overnight. If hunger appears later, a small, upright snack, such as yogurt or a few nuts, can be tolerated, but lying down immediately afterward should still be avoided. Sleep physicians often emphasize consistency over perfection. Dr. Michael Breus, a clinical psychologist specializing in sleep disorders, summarizes it well. Your body thrives on predictability, especially as you age. The same signals, at the same time, create better sleep than any pill. There are also clear warning signs that professional guidance may be needed. Frequent nighttime choking sensations, chest discomfort, persistent morning hoarseness, or waking with anxiety may signal reflux or sleep-disordered breathing. These are not issues to ignore. A primary care provider or sleep specialist can evaluate safely and non-invasively. The long-term benefit of correcting after-dinner habits goes far beyond sleep. Better rest improves balance, reaction time, memory consolidation, and pain tolerance. It reduces fall risk and supports emotional resilience. Most importantly, it protects independence, the ability to wake up steady, clear-headed, and confident in your body. Sleep does not disappear with age. It becomes more sensitive. When you respect that sensitivity, the body responds. Now, we want to hear from you. Which evening activity related to sleep has become more difficult lately? Is it staying asleep through the night, waking too early, or feeling unrest in the morning? If you're over 60, when did you first notice that your sleep no longer felt refreshing like it used to? Share with us your experiences and opinions in the comments below. We love to hear them. Thanks for watching.